Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Jeanette. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about why curls aren't holding. Okay, so to start off, I want to say that this video will be really long. So if you aren't ready for a long video, you can totally exit out. I will see you next week or something. But if you are wanting to learn more and know why your curls aren't holding, then stay tuned. But go grab your coffee, go grab your tea, whatever drink you're doing, or go put me on a TV while you're doing your laundry and keep listening, and hopefully some of the information seeps into your brain somehow. So in today's video, we are going to go in detail and figure out why that is. And hopefully this can answer some of your questions that you have. First off, let's see what we're working with. Is your hair freshly washed and dried? Is it day 2 hair? Which is the correct way? Honestly, the answer is both. Throughout my years of being a hairstylist, I've seen that both can hold a curl. When your hair is freshly washed and dried, it's like a blank canvas. But I do recommend that you use a heat protectant as well, because it's always good to have the heat burn at the product versus your actual hair. Just think of it like sunblock. When you put it on your skin and whatnot, it's better the sun cuts through the layer of protection versus on your skin. I always recommend using a heat protectant of some sort. It could be anything in the hair, because that's so much better that the heat is going through that first layer, just like we're talking about with the sunblock, that it goes through that first layer instead of your actual hair, because we're trying to save your hair and keep it healthy. So you don't want skin cancer, right? No, you don't want to fry the hair and then you have to snip it off. Okay, let's talk about day 2 hair. Ew, day 2 hair, gross. I know it sounds disgusting, but honestly it works. Now I say sometimes day 2 hair works because when your hair is super healthy, your hair has all the natural oils, it makes it super slippery and it's heavier, so it'll actually weigh down the curl, making it fall a lot quicker throughout the day. If you have colored hair or highlighted hair or some sort of chemical service done to your hair previously, you'll notice that your curls actually hold a lot easier. A lot of hairdressers out there will agree with me that damaged hair styles a lot easier. And I do have to say it holds the most beautiful curls. Now saying that, do not go out there and fry your hair and blame it on me and say, oh, it's because she said so. No, I don't need no lawsuit on my hands. So this is your disclaimer here. Just on my own experiences as a hairdresser. Don't go get a chemical haircut and blame me, okay? These are just points that I've noticed out throughout the years of me being a hairstylist. My own hair got damaged from going blonde, and honestly, it doesn't really need hairspray anymore to hold any of the curl. It just, once I curl it, it's good to go for the whole day. It can last up to 3 days, if you can believe that. All right, I know that was really lengthy of a first 2 points, but there is more coming because there's so many different factors that is why curls aren't holding. And I think it's really important to share what I know, because then that way I can help any of you guys out there. I hope you have your coffee and your tea, because there's more details coming. Next thing is, what kind of products are you guys using? Is it drugstore brand? Is it salon brand? Do they make a difference? Yes, because drugstore brands, they actually contain a lot of silicones and wax and parabens and other unknown chemicals that I don't even know how to pronounce, and I'm pretty sure you don't either. So why are you putting that in your hair? Why? Just kidding. But all it does is cause more buildup the more you use it. I can't say this enough, but I honestly recommend using professional brands, because they are made specifically for your hair, and you should baby your hair. Your hair is an investment, and I can't say that enough. I'm not saying be materialistic or anything, but if you look good, you feel good, right? At least I do. I always love me a good hair day. Okay, getting back on topic. Using products will actually help you get to the style that you're trying to achieve, and it acts as a base. It saves time, and bonus if it smells great. I love good smelling products. You want to look for a product that has a heat protectant in it. Make sure it's color safe for your hair. And if there's any other properties to that product, like it detangles the hair, it hydrates, it adds shine, and it's faster to style, those are those great 10-in-1s or 28-in-1s or 18-in-1s, so forth. You get the idea. Does it have to be a spray, or does it have to be a cream? Is it a gel? Honestly, you can pick whatever your personal preference is. Me, personally, myself, I like to do sometimes creams, and sometimes I like to do sprays because I find with the sprays, the nozzle just kind of spritzes out and you cover more surface area. But with creams, you can also just work it into the palm of your hands and just run it all the way down. But always start from the ends first and then work your way up, because you never want to just splat it onto your roots and make it super greasy, because that is what happens a lot of the time. And then all the product is stuck up there versus being where it should be, because that's where you're going to be curling your hair. Just make sure that you have something to protect your hair. So at the end, you want to use a hairspray of some sort, or you can use a texture spray to have more texture in the hair and it can be a little bit more tousled and so forth. The hairspray, of course, will help the curls last all night, hopefully. Also, for products, it's really good to find something that will give you some grit, something that the hair will adhere to with the heat tool, just so you can create that curl. So a good thing is like volumizing mousses, or something like the Redken Guts 10. It's like a spray. I know a lot of hairdressers use that when they're backstage and doing all those hair shows. They will literally spray all of that guts into the model's hair and then re-blow dry that, just so it can have more of what they want when they start curling the hair to style. So if your hair's fine, or if you just feel like it needs something that has grit, use that. It will make a huge difference. Remember, products is your best friends and they help get you to where you want to be. The third thing we're going to talk about is texture of your hair. Let's talk texture. Is your hair thick? Is it thin? Is it a mix of both? Mine is a mix of both. Is it short? Is it long? Is it medium? Why is this so important? It also helps determine the size of your tool that you might need to create the look that you want to achieve. Is there a right answer to this? Not really. You honestly can use any size you want. It's all a personal preference, but it depends on what kind of style or overall look that you want, that you will have to determine which size of the rod that you want. Just know that the bigger the barrel, the looser the curl will be. The smaller the barrel, the tighter the curl will be. So big barrel, big loose waves, and small barrel, tight curls. My personal favorite is the 1.5 inch barrel. I use it on short, medium, long hair. All of my clients, it just creates the nicest curl in my opinion, which is this size here. Okay, so the fourth thing we're going to talk about is how high of a heat temperature are you using in your hair tool? How high of heat do you want to use? This is also dependent on the kind of texture of your hairs as well, so going back to that. If you have thin hair, you don't want to use the highest setting, because obviously you don't want to melt your hair off. I don't know if you've seen that YouTube video of that girl. She was curling her hair and then boom, she like took her hair right off and it melted off. It was probably every hairdresser saw it and was like, oh my god, this is why you don't use Tresemme. Just kidding, kinda, sorta. I'm really biased, I'm a hairdresser. If you have thicker hair, it is stronger. It can withstand a little bit higher heat. If your hair is damaged from chemical services, then you might want to turn down that heat setting, but you could hold it for a little bit longer, but try not to go over 10 seconds. Really good tip there for all of my friends out there who have those nice fashion colors, those vivids. Do I have your attention? Listen in. I know this video is long, but it's very informative. You don't want to keep heat for very long on those fun colors, because it actually will open up your hair cuticle and cause fading really quick. That is a really good tip to keep in mind, especially because you spent all that money on all those really nice fashion colors, or any color in general. It works with all colors. Just you'll notice it a lot more with those fashion colors. Okay, number 5. Let's talk about sectioning. How big are you sectioning the hair? Because the bigger you're taking your sections, the looser the curl will be, aka the faster the curl will fall because it's so loose already. Remember what I said in my first video when I curled my hair? Bigger the sections, looser the curl. Smaller the section, the more defined the curls will be. Okay, number 6. How long are you holding your tool for on your hair? Again, you don't want to go over a minute. 30 seconds max. Did you know it only takes 30 seconds for a blow dryer to singe your hair? Singe. So do the math. You want to keep extreme heat on your hair for that long. Now think about that before adding any heat tools on that. So that's extra heat on top of extra heat. Is that going to make you want to use heat protectant now? Good, it should. You'll thank me later. In my first video, if you haven't seen it, I held my tool for 10 seconds or less. You saw how fast I was going through my hair because I didn't want to burn my hair. I personally use the highest heat setting on my tool, but that's because I work really fast. If you can, then you can do it too, but if not, always turn down your heat setting. It's a lot safer, and safer is better than being sorry later. Remember, practice makes perfect. If you had seen any of my mannequins in hair school, you would be like, oh, Jeanette, do not touch my hair. Because it was, let me tell you, practice makes perfect. Go practice. Okay, 7th, are you combing out your hair too quickly? It takes at least half an hour for our curls to set because when the hair is still hot, it's still movable. So if you're that person in the chair while your hairdresser is styling your hair and you're constantly touching your hair, you're making the curls not last as long because it's not having that time to set. So I know it's tempting, I know it looks beautiful, but just don't touch it. Let it do its thing, let it sit. Just give it 30 minutes and it'll be fine after. It should hold the curl because once the hair is cool, it's set, it's gonna stay intact. And of course, add your hairspray. What you can do also if your hair is super fine is after you let go of that curl, you can actually roll up the curl again and pin it and just let it set. I found that actually helps as well. So you're basically doing like a roller set. And then after it's done cooling, you can take all the pins or the clips out and then just run your fingers through it and it should hold the curl for a lot longer. So give that a try. Okay, we made it to the last one. Good job for hanging in there, guys. This is the 8th one. What kind of tool are you using? Is it ceramic? Is it titanium, steel? Really important because honestly, the ceramic, yes, it does heat up like a normal curling iron because a lot of people are like, it's a curling iron, it's a flat iron, who cares? It's still doing the same thing, right? No. Try getting both if you have money to throw around. Titanium is the way to go because it heats up evenly into the rod here, so you get a better result versus with the ceramic. So keep that in mind when you're out shopping for your next heat tool. Hot Tools is a really good brand. I've been using it for years and I swear by it. Also, if your hair is fine and you just find that no matter what you're doing, you just still can't seem to get that curl, if you have a crimper, it's like a hair straightener, but it has little ridges in it and you can kind of just give it a few clamps and create some of that texture. And remember to use your heat protection because now you're doing double heat. And right after you're done crimping the hair, go in with the curling iron and then you'll start to see that it's got something to like hold on to, and hopefully that will hold onto the curl. If that does not happen, it should, but if it doesn't, then I don't know. I tried everything. It's just, I don't know. But hopefully that works. Alright, so that's it for today's video. I'm glad you guys made it this far. Very proud. It was really long, I know. Hopefully that helps, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.
Corrupted souls, but in the end we're skin and bones. Our recklessness keeps us.